It's great to see you back on the channel. Let's talk about something you probably have in your kitchen right now: nuts. They seem so simple, so healthy, right? But what if I told you they could be a double-edged sword, especially as we get older? Did you know the nuts in your pantry could be quietly harming your health or powering you through your golden years? It's a shocking thought, but the nutritional science is clear. What works for a 20-year-old athlete isn't always what's best for someone over 60. As we age, our bodies change. Our metabolism slows down, our bones need more support, and our brains require specific nutrients to stay sharp. This is where choosing the right foods becomes absolutely critical. The wrong nut could contribute to inflammation, interfere with medications, or even pose a choking hazard. But the right nut? It can be a tiny powerhouse of protection for your heart, mind, and bones. That's why I want to cut through the confusion and give you the real, evidence-based facts. So, if you're ready to optimize your health and make every bite count, you're in the right place. Go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe for more practical health tips just like this, and drop a comment below letting me know where you're watching from. I love seeing our community stretch across the globe. Today we're going to get specific. Let's dive into the 4 best nuts for seniors, followed by the 4 to skip. First up on our best list is the humble almond. You see them everywhere, and for good reason. They are nutritional workhorses, especially for seniors. One of the biggest concerns as we age is bone density. We hear a lot about osteoporosis, and almonds are a fantastic non-dairy source of 2 key minerals for bone health: calcium and magnesium. Getting enough calcium is crucial for maintaining bone structure, and magnesium helps your body absorb and use that calcium effectively. It's a 1-2 punch for stronger bones. But their benefits don't stop there. Let's talk about brain health. Cognitive decline is a major fear for many, and almonds are packed with vitamin E. This powerful antioxidant has been shown in studies to help protect brain cells from oxidative stress, which is a key factor in age-related memory loss and even Alzheimer's disease. Think of it as a shield for your neurons, helping to keep your mind sharp and your memories intact for years to come. Digestive health can also become more challenging with age. Things can slow down, leading to discomfort and constipation. Almonds are an excellent source of dietary fiber, which is essential for maintaining a regular digestive system. The fiber helps to keep things moving smoothly, promoting gut health and preventing those uncomfortable backups. A healthy gut is linked to everything from a stronger immune system to better mood, so this is a huge benefit. So how do you incorporate them? I recommend a serving of about 15 to 20 almonds per day. And here's a pro tip: opt for raw or dry roasted unsalted varieties to avoid unnecessary sodium, which can impact blood pressure. The processing in roasted and salted nuts can also strip away some of their delicate nutrients, so keeping it simple is always best. You want the pure, unadulterated benefits that nature intended. Another important point is to keep the skins on. That thin, brown, paper-like skin is where a lot of the antioxidants are concentrated. These flavonoids work synergistically with the vitamin E to provide an even greater health boost. It might seem insignificant, but in nutrition, every little bit adds up to a much larger, more powerful effect on your overall well-being. So don't peel your almonds. Finally, a crucial safety reminder, especially for seniors. Almonds are hard, and choking can be a real risk if you have dental issues or difficulty swallowing. Please take your time. Chew each almond thoroughly until it's a paste-like consistency before you swallow. If chewing is a problem, consider using almond butter on whole grain toast or slivered almonds in oatmeal to get the same benefits more safely. Your health is paramount, and that includes eating safely. Next, let's crack open the science behind walnuts. If almonds are the bone boosters, walnuts are the undisputed champions of brain health. You've probably heard that they look like little brains, and that's a fitting comparison. Walnuts are one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, specifically alpha-linolenic acid, or ALA. This essential fat is a critical building block for brain cells and has been extensively studied for its role in improving cognitive function. Think of ALA as the premium fuel for your brain. It helps reduce inflammation, supports communication between brain cells, and has been linked to better memory and faster processing speeds in older adults. Chronic inflammation in the brain, or neuroinflammation, is a key driver of cognitive decline. The potent omega-3s in walnuts directly combat this, helping to preserve your mental acuity and fight off the fog that can sometimes creep in with age. But the brain benefits don't end with omega-3s. Walnuts are also loaded with polyphenols, which are powerful antioxidant compounds. These polyphenols work alongside the omega-3s to further protect the brain from oxidative stress and inflammation. It's a powerful combination that offers comprehensive neural protection. Some studies even suggest this combination can delay the onset of neurodegenerative diseases like dementia. Beyond the brain, walnuts are fantastic for your heart. The same omega-3s that support your brain also help lower LDL, or bad cholesterol, reduce blood pressure, and improve the flexibility of your blood vessels. This makes it easier for your heart to pump blood throughout your body, reducing its workload and lowering your risk of heart disease, which remains the #1 killer worldwide. Interestingly, walnuts also contain a natural source of melatonin, the hormone that regulates our sleep-wake cycles. As we age, our natural melatonin production can decline, leading to difficulty falling asleep or staying asleep. A small handful of walnuts in the evening could potentially help improve your sleep quality, which is absolutely vital for physical repair, memory consolidation, and overall health. So what's the ideal dose? I suggest aiming for about 7 to 9 walnut halves per day. To keep those delicate omega-3 fats from going rancid, it's best to store your walnuts in the fridge or even the freezer. And here's a neat little bonus. If you buy them in the shell, the act of cracking them open is a great exercise for maintaining fine motor skills and hand strength, which can be a challenge for those with arthritis. It's a small, therapeutic task with a delicious and healthy reward. Let's move on to our third powerhouse nut, the pistachio. These vibrant green nuts are not only delicious, but also uniquely suited to address some of the most common health concerns among seniors. First and foremost is blood pressure. High blood pressure or hypertension is incredibly common in older adults and is a major risk factor for heart attacks and strokes. Pistachios are one of the best nutty sources of potassium. Potassium plays a crucial role in balancing sodium levels in the body. Most of us get far too much sodium in our diets, which causes the body to retain water and increases blood pressure. Potassium helps your body excrete excess sodium, effectively relaxing the walls of your blood vessels and lowering blood pressure. Choosing unsalted pistachios gives you this incredible benefit without adding back the very thing you're trying to counteract. It's a smart, heart-protective choice. Pistachios also have a special role in protecting our vision. Age-related macular degeneration, or AMD, is a leading cause of vision loss in people over 60. Pistachios are rich in 2 specific antioxidants, lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds are concentrated in the retina of your eye, where they act like internal sunglasses, filtering out harmful blue light and protecting the delicate cells of the macula from oxidative damage. Another significant benefit is blood sugar control, a major concern for those with or at risk for type 2 diabetes. Despite their delicious taste, pistachios have a low glycemic index, meaning they don't cause a sharp spike in blood sugar. The combination of healthy fats, fiber, and protein helps to slow down the absorption of sugar into the bloodstream, promoting stable energy levels and better long-term glycemic control. One of the things I love most about pistachios is their built-in portion control. Because you typically have to shell them, it slows down the eating process. The pile of empty shells also provides a visual cue of how many you've eaten, which has been shown in studies to help people consume fewer calories overall. This mindful eating approach is fantastic for weight management without feeling deprived. For a daily serving, aim for about 49 unsalted pistachios. This sounds like a lot, but it's a standard 1-ounce serving. For those with arthritis who find shelling difficult, pre-shelled pistachios are a great option. Just be sure to buy the unsalted kind and pre-portion them into small bags to avoid mindlessly overeating. This simple step ensures you get all the benefits for your heart, eyes, and blood sugar in a perfectly managed portion. Our final recommendation on the best nuts list is a bit of an unsung hero, the Brazil nut. This large, rich nut is arguably the most potent source of one specific, incredibly important mineral, selenium. Selenium is a trace element that is absolutely vital for several key bodily functions, particularly thyroid health. The thyroid gland, located in your neck, is the master controller of your metabolism. As we age, thyroid function can become sluggish, leading to fatigue, weight gain, and feeling cold. The thyroid gland contains the highest concentration of selenium in the body, as it's essential for producing and converting thyroid hormones. Ensuring you have adequate selenium intake is one of the most powerful ways to support your thyroid, helping to keep your metabolism, energy levels, and overall vitality in check. Selenium is also a powerful antioxidant that plays a critical role in our immune system. It helps to lower oxidative stress in the body, which in turn reduces inflammation and enhances our immune response. A strong immune system is your first line of defense against infections and illnesses, which can be more severe in older adults. Think of selenium as a key commander that helps your immune cells function at their peak. Furthermore, selenium is crucial for cognitive health. Studies have shown that selenium levels are often lower in older adults, particularly those with cognitive decline or Alzheimer's disease. The antioxidant properties of selenium help protect the brain from the damage that contributes to these conditions. It supports nerve cell function and helps maintain the pathways that are essential for memory and clear thinking. Brazil nuts can also offer relief from a very common issue, constipation. They contain a good amount of both soluble and insoluble fiber. Insoluble fiber adds bulk to stool, helping it pass more quickly through the digestive system, while soluble fiber absorbs water, making stool softer and easier to pass. This combination makes Brazil nuts a natural and effective way to promote regularity. Now, this is incredibly important. With Brazil nuts, more is not better. Because they are so incredibly concentrated in selenium, you must limit your intake to avoid selenium toxicity, a condition called selenosis, which can cause hair loss, fatigue, and nerve damage. The safe upper limit for selenium is 400 micrograms per day, and a single Brazil nut can contain 60 to 90 micrograms. Therefore, I strongly advise eating just 1 or 2 Brazil nuts per day. That's all you need to reap all these incredible benefits safely. Store them in the fridge to keep them fresh. Now we move into the 4 nuts you should consider avoiding or at least significantly limiting, especially as you get older. And we're starting with one that's going to be controversial because it's so popular, the peanut. Technically a legume, not a tree nut, peanuts come with a few potential health risks that are particularly relevant for seniors. The first and most concerning is the risk of aflatoxins. Aflatoxins are toxic compounds produced by a certain type of mold that can grow on peanuts, especially if they are stored in warm, humid conditions. While commercial peanut products in developed countries are tested for aflatoxin levels, long-term, low-level exposure has been linked to liver damage and is a known carcinogen. As our body's detoxification systems become less efficient with age, minimizing exposure to such toxins is a wise preventative measure. The second major issue with peanuts is their fatty acid profile. Peanuts are very high in omega-6 fatty acids. While we do need some omega-6s, the typical Western diet provides far too many in relation to omega-3s. This imbalance can promote chronic inflammation throughout the body. For seniors who may already be dealing with inflammatory conditions like arthritis, heart disease, or general aches and pains, a diet high in pro-inflammatory omega-6s can make symptoms worse. Furthermore, many commercially available peanut products are nutritional traps. Roasted peanuts are often cooked in unhealthy oils and loaded with salt, which is terrible for blood pressure. Peanut butters are frequently packed with added sugars, hydrogenated oils, those trans fats, and other additives that negate any potential health benefits. These ingredients contribute to weight gain, insulin resistance, and cardiovascular problems, all significant concerns for older adults. There's also the potential for medication interactions. Peanuts contain a significant amount of vitamin K, which can interfere with blood-thinning medications like warfarin. If you're on a blood thinner, a sudden increase in your peanut intake could affect your medication's efficacy, which can be very dangerous. It's a detail that is often overlooked but critically important for those on specific prescription drugs. So, what's the verdict? While a small amount of pure, unsalted peanuts or natural peanut butter isn't the end of the world, there are far better choices available. Given the risks of aflatoxins, the pro-inflammatory omega-6 profile, and the unhealthy additives in most commercial products, I strongly suggest swapping peanuts for a handful of almonds or walnuts. You'll get more beneficial nutrients with fewer potential downsides. Next on our list of nuts to skip is the creamy, delicious cashew. I know, they're a favorite for many, but there are several reasons why they might not be the best choice for seniors. The first reason is their carbohydrate content. Compared to other nuts like almonds or walnuts, cashews are significantly higher in carbohydrates. For individuals managing blood sugar levels, especially those with prediabetes or diabetes, this can be problematic. While they are still a relatively low glycemic food, their higher carb count means they can cause a more pronounced rise in blood sugar than other nuts. If you're eating them frequently or in large quantities, this can contribute to insulin resistance over time. When we're trying to maintain stable blood sugar and energy levels, choosing a nut with a better fat to protein to carb ratio, like a pistachio, is a much smarter strategy for metabolic health. Another significant concern with cashews is their oxalate content. Oxalates are natural compounds found in many plant foods that can bind to minerals in the gut and prevent their absorption. Cashews are particularly high in oxalates, which can interfere with the absorption of calcium. For seniors who are already at high risk for osteoporosis and need to maximize their calcium intake, this is a major drawback. Consuming high oxalate foods regularly could potentially undermine your efforts to maintain strong bones. Let's also talk about the physical properties of cashews. Their unique curved shape and firm yet brittle texture can make them a serious choking hazard, especially for older adults who may have dentures, dental issues, or difficulty swallowing, also called dysphagia. They don't break down as easily as a walnut when chewed and can easily be aspirated into the airway. Safety must always be a top priority, and the risk here is just too high for many. Furthermore, the cashews we buy in the store are never truly raw. The cashew shell contains a caustic resin, similar to poison ivy, that must be removed through a steaming or roasting process. This necessary processing can unfortunately degrade some of the nut's heat-sensitive vitamins and antioxidants. So, you're starting with a nut that is already less nutritionally potent than some of its genuinely raw counterparts. Given these factors, the higher carbohydrate content, the calcium-blocking oxalates, the significant choking risk, and the nutrient loss from processing, I recommend passing on the cashews. If you're looking for a satisfying crunch with better nutritional benefits, pistachios are an excellent alternative. And if you crave that creamy texture, a small serving of walnuts can provide a similar mouthfeel with a superior fatty acid profile for your brain and heart. The third nut on our avoid list is the rich, buttery macadamia nut. These are often seen as a luxurious treat, and while they are delicious, their nutritional profile makes them a less than ideal choice for regular consumption by seniors. The primary issue is their incredibly high calorie and fat content. Macadamia nuts are one of the most calorie-dense nuts out there. While the fat is mostly monounsaturated, which is a healthy fat, the sheer quantity can be a problem. Just a small handful can pack a significant caloric punch, making it very easy to overconsume calories and contribute to unwanted weight gain. As our metabolism naturally slows with age, managing calorie intake becomes more important for maintaining a healthy weight and reducing strain on our joints and cardiovascular system. More concerning is the type of fat. While high in healthy monounsaturated fats, macadamia nuts also contain a higher amount of saturated fat compared to other nuts like almonds or walnuts. Diets high in saturated fat have been consistently linked to elevated levels of LDL, or bad cholesterol, which is a major risk factor for the buildup of plaque in the arteries, atherosclerosis, leading to heart disease. For seniors who are already managing cholesterol levels or have a family history of heart disease, regularly consuming macadamia nuts could work against their health goals. It's a case where even a good food can have bad consequences if its specific nutrient profile doesn't align with your individual health needs. There are much more heart-healthy options available that provide benefits without this added risk. Another practical concern is dental health. Macadamia nuts are extremely hard and dense. Biting down on one can pose a real risk of cracking or chipping a tooth, especially if you have crowns, fillings, or more brittle teeth, which is common in older age. A costly and painful dental emergency is a high price to pay for a snack. The risk simply isn't worth the reward when so many other safer nuts are available. Finally, like many other nuts, the way macadamias are most often sold is a problem. They are frequently roasted in oil and heavily salted or covered in chocolate or other sugary coatings. This adds even more unhealthy fats, sodium, and empty calories to an already calorie-dense nut. Instead of reaching for macadamias, I would suggest pistachios as a fantastic heart-healthy alternative. They are lower in calories and saturated fat, and higher in protective nutrients like potassium. We've arrived at our final nut to avoid, and this one might be the most important warning on the list: pine nuts. These small, delicate nuts, often found in pesto and salads, carry some unique and serious risks for seniors that are rarely discussed. The most alarming of these is their potential to interfere with common medications. Pine nuts can have an effect on the body's cytochrome P450 enzyme system in the liver. This system is responsible for metabolizing a huge percentage of prescription drugs, including common medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, like statins, and blood thinners. By affecting these enzymes, pine nuts can either speed up or slow down the breakdown of these drugs, leading to them being either ineffective or dangerously potent. This is a hidden danger that many are not aware of. Another bizarre and unsettling risk is something called pine nut syndrome, or pine mouth. A small percentage of people, after eating certain species of pine nuts, experience a persistent bitter or metallic taste in their mouth that can last for days or even weeks. It can make all food and drink taste terrible, leading to a poor appetite and potential weight loss. While not medically dangerous, it's an extremely unpleasant side effect that can significantly impact quality of life. From a nutritional standpoint, pine nuts also have a drawback. Their delicate polyunsaturated fats are highly susceptible to oxidation, meaning they can go rancid very quickly, especially if not stored properly. Consuming oxidized or rancid fats is pro-inflammatory and creates free radicals in the body, which contributes to cellular damage and aging. This negates the very antioxidant benefits we seek from eating nuts in the first place. Then there is the physical risk. Pine nuts are very small and have a smooth, tapered shape. This makes them a significant aspiration risk, meaning they can be easily inhaled into the lungs instead of being swallowed, especially for individuals with a weakened swallow reflex. Aspiration can lead to serious complications like pneumonia, which can be life-threatening for an older adult. Given the serious risk of medication interactions, the potential for pine nut syndrome, their inflammatory potential when oxidized, and the aspiration hazard, I strongly recommend that seniors avoid pine nuts altogether. The potential risks far outweigh any nutritional benefits they might offer. For a dose of healthy fats and minerals without these dangers, stick to the safer, more beneficial options like almonds or a single Brazil nut. We've covered a lot of ground today, from the bone builders to the brain boosters, and the hidden risks lurking in some of our favorite snacks. Making informed choices is the cornerstone of healthy aging. Here's the alarming fact. Pine nuts' medication interactions are rarely discussed by healthcare providers, yet they could undermine your health without you even knowing it. This is why being your own health advocate is so crucial. You have the power to protect yourself by making smart, simple swaps in your daily diet. The good news is that optimizing your nutrition doesn't have to be complicated. Protect yourself by choosing almonds, walnuts, pistachios, or Brazil nuts to support your heart, brain, and bones. These 4 nuts are nutritional powerhouses that are perfectly suited to meet the unique needs of your body as it ages. By focusing on these and avoiding the pitfalls of peanuts, cashews, macadamias, and pine nuts, you're taking a proactive step toward a healthier, more vibrant future. Now I want to hear from you. Which nut will you add or avoid after watching this? Share in the comments along with where you're reading from. Your experiences help our whole community learn and grow. If you found this information valuable, please like this post, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more senior health tips. Your vitality is worth it. Let's make aging vibrant.